We are talking to a lot of students worldwide, but I must tell you that India has become a very, very big focus for Germany. Okay. And I will discuss about it. And that's why I think we Indians have a big opportunity to outshine, because few things what makes Indians different from other people in the world, that we live peacefully. Number one, we don't create riots. Okay. And it's also important that you understand that you also will project a good picture of Indians. We are also very hardworking people. Okay. Germany will give you a lot of opportunities, and I'm going to discuss all of that today. One of the most important is for women. Okay. You can be absolutely safe in that country, and also the salary difference between a girl earning a salary or a boy earning a salary is only marginally different compared to any other parts of the world. So all the boys here, if you have sisters who want to come to Germany, it's a great place to send them. Okay. So we will start, and I want to tell you a little about our company. So I am Priya Rao, and we have, with Robin and me, we both have started this company called Workpunkt. We have recently started the company, but I'll give you a little background about myself. Okay. So I have around 24 years of sales and marketing experience. I was in India until 2019. And in 2018, I did A1 with Language Pantheon, and this really motivated me. One of the beautiful things about Language Pantheon, I feel, is that the teachers are very, very sincere. They will never cheat you. That's one of the things I feel personally. And so I went to Germany, and I did my A2, I did my B2 in person in Germany. And then I did my further levels with Language Pantheon online, from Germany. Now, few things about what I did in Germany. So when I was in India, I worked with hotels for 14, 15 years. So that is why food technology and all we can help you. I also then was heading admissions for a big school in Delhi. And then after that, I moved to Germany, and I have been helping a lot of students to come to Germany for their higher education. So until now, I have personally brought around 450 students to Germany to study, not only from India, but worldwide, different parts of the world. Okay, so while I was doing that, I came across Robin, who is now my business partner, and he was also sending students from Germany. So, and he told me that he is doing medical recruitment, and he is doing, Ausbildung in Germany. And I said, let's discuss. So we have been discussing for too long a time, and now we have finally set up our company. Okay, so what we are doing here is, I will let Robin also speak a little about himself, and we will tell you what all we are doing then in Workpunkt. Okay, Robin, you can go.
Yeah, guys. Hello, myself Robin. I myself went to Germany in 2016 to study data science from a public university. So during the journey, I faced a lot of problems. The first problem was related to the accommodation. When you go at the time of back that time, the BFS was requiring to submit a residential proof where you are going to stay. I just went on search on a Facebook group, and I paid my security deposit. When I reached there, the person was different. I got scammed for the first time. I got scammed 2-3 times in Germany, but like similar incident, lot of things happens when you just go via unverified source or something. So we started a group in Germany to help students who are coming from particularly India to Germany. Because when you consider other countries like US, UK, you will have some relative or someone known. But when you think about Germany, you will not find anyone known. Okay. So we started this as a company in Germany first for the students or for anyone who is coming to Germany. We arrange airport pickup, we arrange their accommodation, we arrange their legal support. If there is something happening with the police, we help them with all sort of services. Then over the time, we came to know lots of people in India are scamming students, and like different ways of like giving them false hope that you can come to Germany, live a very peaceful life and all. So we wanted to give a transparent agency, like which tells you exactly what is going to be there. And our both vision aligned, and that is how we went and like we started with this thing. So this is pretty much about our journey till now.
Yes. Yeah. I think when you go, so there are scams even in a local market, right? You are in India, there could be a lot of small online scams. But when you go to an international part of the world, then your scam is in euros or dollars, it's a bigger scam. So that is why one should be very careful. No payments of online payments and all that. We keep telling this to students, and we will tell this to you as well. So what are we going to talk to you about today? Of course, we will discuss other parts of not just the healthcare system, but we will talk about what is happening in Germany at the moment. Okay. So this is a little about the agenda. Why should you consider Germany as the next part of the world to consider for your move, whether it is for your higher education or is it for your career, whatever it is. This is the time to think of Germany, guys. I'm going to tell you why. And what are the career opportunities that you can explore if you are coming to Germany, all the way from education to Ausbildung to even jobs, whatever. We can guide you with the whole process, and we will tell you a little about the application process, which is very simple. So why are we looking at Germany? One of the things, other than the points that are mentioned here, Germany is a very affordable country to come to at this point of time. Now, if you think of doing a bachelor's in, let's say, US, do you have any idea? Have you done any research how much it costs to do bachelor's in US? You are very nice. Please tell me which university is that. I will apply. Okay, so no, it is not this. It is at least $35,000 just for first year of fees. I'm not talking about stay options. So when you go to the US, you need to show 40-50 lakhs of funds available in your account here, with which you go. But when you go to Germany, do you know what is the amount you have to show in your bank? There's something called as a blocked bank account, which is correct. So it's now increased to 11,990. So let's say 12,000 euros, 1,000 euros per month, which is fair, right? It is not so expensive. In a foreign country, you are sitting, and with that 1,000 euros per month, you can really comfortably live in that country. I'm saying this with my personal experience. If you can cook, learn cooking, okay, because of course outside everything is expensive, but if you party every day, then 1,000 is not enough for anyone. So, but yes, it is possible, and these are few of the things why you should consider Germany. So there are few statistics we are going to share with you. One of the things is that Germany is facing massive aging of the whole population. So they are talking about almost 13 million people who are going to age in the next 10 years time. And 20% of this number that I'm talking is in the next 5 years. So they badly need people. And you cannot believe in what all professions. They want everyone, from construction workers to railways to drivers, truck drivers, anybody, you just name it, they need it. Car denters, painters, healthcare professionals, doctors, nurses, physiotherapists. I mean, sky's the limit, right? So you can, if you are still new or you're still thinking, okay, I'm learning German, I don't know what I want to do now, this is a good time to start exploring Germany as a market, to understand what is it that you really want to do and see if that relates to you. Also, before you take up any kind of a decision that, okay, like I got a question that I have maybe somebody with a commerce background applying for Ausbildung in nursing. So there could be a confusion in your mind. I want you guys, if possible, go and do a skill test. Okay, sometimes a skill test helps. There are free online skill tests available. Sometimes you will come to know through a skill test what are you really good at. Okay, and then it is going to throw out some professions for you. If we have Ausbildungs in those professions, we are going to help you immediately. Okay, so you can also do that. That's good. Germany, there's a massive expansion also happening around healthcare. Why? Because people are growing old. So when I'm saying they are growing old, there are also nurses who are existing nurses who are already 55 years and above. So 5 years, 10 years down the line, they are going to retire too. Somebody needs to replace, right? So there is a huge healthcare expansion happening because the government has to take care of these people who are older. So people who don't understand this, like here we take care of our parents, right? In Germany, nobody does that. All older people in the families take care of themselves because the state takes care of them, and they can go into old age homes or live in their own apartments. Some of them can be in a wheelchair. There are a lot of old people who are, and Germany, the life expectancy is much higher. So you will see people who are 90 years old, 94 years old, going in their wheelchairs and going and doing some shopping for the vegetables and all, but they need help, they need support, and for that healthcare is expanding massively.
I have one good example to add. I was in Magdeburg. Magdeburg is a state capital of Saxony-Anhalt.
Yes.
So can you guess the population of state capital, for example? Anyone? 10 lakh. Back then when I was living, it was 1.8 lakhs. Okay. That is, I think it will be the population of this house class only. So that was the state capital, 1.8 lakhs in 2017-18, I'm saying. Now it must have grown to 2.2 something. But the average age was around 51.
Yeah.
And the population was just 1.8. So when you go on the roads, you will see only old people, only white hair, to be true. And they will be desperate to talk to you. That is another problem.
Yes.
The old people do not have any dependents.
Yes.
So like they will always find some. I was just sitting in a park and the old lady invited me to come on like Christmas dinner. I do not know her.
They are so
10 minutes
old
back.
and so alone.
Yeah,
And so that is why if any one of you looking at nursing or Ausbildung in nursing or becoming a nurse, a physiotherapist, and if you have that thing to take care of some older people, it's a great opportunity. It's a good karma also, right? So it's all good. There's a lot of staff shortages. The shortage is so high in some of these hospitals that they are actually blocking off. Please mute your phones, it will help me. And so also staff shortages, when we say some of the hospitals, some of the big, like you must have heard about Volkswagen, which is shutting down its factory in Germany almost. This is the news, we don't know yet. But that's only because they are not able to bring in workers and skilled workers too. So it's very big. Volkswagen is a German brand, right? A German company. So they are hopefully, or they are planning to outsource the entire work to some other country. So we don't know. I believe US or India could be in the talks. So there are parts of these hospitals which are getting shut because they don't have people. Okay, there are of course better career opportunities. So from a career opportunity perspective, depends what you expect as a career and what do you think a career should pay you. But if you do a nursing, a GNM degree here of nursing, BSc nursing, I'm taking nursing as an example, but it is any bachelor's, okay? What do you think you get as a salary in your first job when you are a zero experienced person after bachelor's? How much can you get? 20, 25? Which field? 45 to 30K. Who said that? For which profession in India? I'm asking India. So in India, if you are a fresher, usually if you are a fresher, my personal journey, okay, I started with 7,000 so many years ago. But yes, salaries, even somebody who has completed nursing does not, after BSc nursing, even after becoming a qualified nurse in India, doesn't directly get a 40, 50,000. They also have to go as trainee nurse. Then they are paid 15,000, sometimes a stipend, sometimes maybe 20,000, 18,000, maybe 25 if they are lucky, okay, in a big hospital. But in Germany, when I talk about Ausbildung, for example, you will start with as little as 1,300 euros per month. So when you come for an Ausbildung, these are paid opportunities, okay? So Ausbildung is not a study option. We also can help you with universities in Germany, public or private. But generally, you would be taking away approximately 1,300 euros per month for your nursing Ausbildung, which is, and every year it will go up by 100 euros. So first year 1,300 per month, second year 1,400 per month, third year 1,500 per month. There are other Ausbildungs also available. They can range between 700 to 1,200 euros. Sometimes, let's say a physiotherapy profession, like in Ausbildung in physiotherapy, they have not fixed an amount that how much will be paid. So some hospitals who are really desperate might give you a good salary. Some who are not, who already think that they can bring from locally, they will give you probably a lesser salary. But still 800-900 euros as a student, as somebody who's a fresher, soon after your grade 12, it's a really good amount for you to settle down there. There's no problem. There are a lot of government initiatives also going on currently to make this whole process of bringing international workers a simpler process, okay? Let me quote an example. If you think of going to Germany as a nurse or as a healthcare professional, so particularly for nurses, if you spend, let's say, 1.5 lakh rupees here, okay, you pay for your language, you pay for your, so the German government will give you back that 1.5 lakh rupees back, reimburse it back to you for choosing Germany to come and work in. So you will, the government will take care of your language cost. They will take care of your visa and they will also give you a ticket, one-way ticket. Nobody wants to come back, right? So one-way ticket. So you will get that. So that also gets reimbursed from the government, which is really good, right? There are many other initiatives like this, not just in nursing, but many other professions. There is a political decoupling which is happening of China. They are not happy. Europe and US is actually planning in a very strong way to move out most of their outsourcing from China, and India is the next best destination for them to choose people from. If you are certified, good language levels, you might be the ones who will get picked up very fast. Okay. This is really the golden time for people looking for careers in a foreign country. You can come come with as little as, if you're doing, let's say, a bachelor's, your expense per year will not be more than 16 to 17 lakhs per year of your stay and education put together. You cannot get this in any other part of the world, like big countries. You want to add something here?
No, I think.
You want to add?
No.
Okay.
More, yeah.
So I'll tell you a little about lifestyle in Germany. Robin chose to come back from Germany after his studies and all. I'm still there, so I can tell you the real live example. Okay, so I'm going to take this slide. So everything is nice and rosy. Let me tell you a little about my journey in Germany. Again, somebody's phone is beeping, guys. Please make it silent. It will help me. So, of course, life. Whose phone is this? I'm a teacher, you know that. I'm teaching in a university in Germany also. All right. So, as nice as Germany might sound, okay, I'm now going to tell you the real picture. It is very good for people who want to work. It's very good for people who are sincere about the reason why they entered the country. Okay. Many people, but I'm telling this to you openly, like of the 450 odd students I brought to Germany, many of them, they have this illegal immigrant mentality. I cannot help that, right? You know how they think? Let me get to Germany, papers banwane mujhe bas, right? So I will get just papers done. So they will be in Germany. They have a visa now for 1 year, and that 1 year they don't go to classes at all in the university, and they start doing work illegally. Officially, you can earn 13 euros, 13.80 or 60 per hour of salary. Okay. But these guys, the different mindset people, they actually end up asking for 6 euros per hour so that they can earn cash. Tell me who's the fool here and who's the smart one? Smart one is the employer, right? Because he got cheap labor. But why are we going for cheap labor work when we are officially going into Germany with an official visa, whether it is Ausbildung, job or student, okay? So have your eyes on the prize, guys. Whatever you are going to Germany for, it is going to, you can win in that market because we are Indians. We will not stop at anything. We have the jugaad mindset, right? We will not leave anything to luck. We will hard work and figure it out. So I personally, after I completed first year in like my master's in 2019 in Germany, it was Corona in February 2020. Okay, there was a worldwide lockdown. There were no jobs available. So I had a job offer already, and they took it back saying there are no jobs in the market. So my personal story, and until then I had completed B1. I said, B1 ho gaya, this is like good, I will settle down very easily. I started applying for jobs. When I was applying for jobs, so I'm giving you a rough number. Really, I applied for many jobs. We all were desperate because there were no jobs in the market. We applied to 10 jobs, no revert. Again, we applied for 10 jobs, no revert. Then I said, this is not working. B1 probably is not enough. I started learning B2. I put in my CV, pursuing B2. I applied for 10 jobs. I started getting revert from 2 or 3 of these job offers because they wanted to see if I'm studying. And after that, when I was pursuing C1, Pranav sir was my teacher. I used to write pursuing C1 level of the German. 10 out of 10 employers responded back, even though my job was only English speaking job. So all I had to do is bring more university students from different parts of the world to come and study in Germany. And imagine, just by leveling up my German, I was able to do that. Again, another example. Now, if you are at A1, A2, B1 level, let's say B1 you have completed. Maybe B1 is very good for you to get a PR. Okay, B1 is very good for you to get a visa in Germany, for Germany. You will say, oh, Why are you pushing me to do B2 when B1 I'm getting a visa? Great, no problem. But when you go there, you will see you are B1, okay, your salary is an X amount of salary, personal experience. So I'm sharing this with you. Somebody with a C1 level of German can straight away get 15,000 euros more, guys. 15,000. This is in non-regulated professions. Sales, somebody's like I was in university sales recruitment, right? So I saw my own peers, the salary difference was so high only because of language. So I told myself, if a Chinese comes to Germany and speaks brilliant German, better than their English, they don't know English so much. An African comes and speaks high level of German, why we Indians cannot do it? And that's when I started studying harder. So please guys, take this very seriously. You might not get this time again. Once you are in the job market, you are already in the job, you might not have time. But yes, this is my personal advice to every student, everybody aspiring to have a career in Germany. Language is going to pull you out of a big mess. Okay. So yes, lifestyle in Germany is very nice. It's really good. But of course, you can travel. There are 28 countries within the Schengen zone. You can travel to France, Italy, Spain, 1 hour, 1.5 hour flights. From here, if you plan a trip to Italy, how much will it cost you? 1.5, 2 lakh rupees going and coming. And there, it will cost you 10,000 rupees going and coming. Can you believe it? It's amazing. And with that little visa, you can travel. So this is another one of the most beautiful parts of being in Germany. Secondly, great work-life balance. You will not get any WhatsApp messages from Airtel trying to sell you some package on a Saturday or a Sunday. It's verboten. Yeah, it's not allowed at all. It's totally forbidden. They cannot do this. So, and your employer, if he calls you after working hours, so your working hours are only 8 hours. If you work anytime more than that, and the employer troubles you, like 9 in the night, I want that report, you can sue the employer. Straightforward. Don't go and sue your employers, guys. But you can always put your foot down and say, sorry, let's discuss about it tomorrow, and they cannot force you. This is the rule. You will realize, so I, having worked in the hotel industry for 14 years, there was only time to come into the job, but there was no time to go out. I used to reach home 10:30, 11 in the night, really work hard. But there is no such problem in Germany. And I love this thing about it, because it is, for women, we also need a little sense of balance. For men also, you need a sense of balance. So if you work hard during the 9 to 6 or whatever 8 hours you are working, that's good enough. You don't have to. And if there is something you are not able to complete, you can come back tomorrow and complete. So they understand that. Okay. Germany understands that. Of course, there are plenty of adventures. You get to travel. There's a lot of job security. Now, let me tell you about job security. After you have completed studies, if I say education, okay, let's say you have completed studies in Germany, and after that you get a job. So if you don't get a job, what happens? As soon as you complete your studies, German government gives you a straightforward 18 months of post-study job seeker visa. Does everybody know that? There is an, okay, even he didn't know. So, okay, so there is a post-study job seeker visa, which is 18 months. That means, what does it mean? So after you complete your studies, you don't have to leave the country. So if I count US, if you finish your studies, you have to leave the country in 2 to 3 months if you don't get a job. Okay, Germany allows you to stay back. Second, UK. Within 1 month, you need to exit the country if you don't have a job. Australia. People who moved into Australia with the previous rules and regulations are now being asked to leave the country because they are not taking foreigners. They are first going to take up their own people. Okay, so many of these first world countries are facing this, students are moving out, and that's why Germany has become the top destination to move to. Okay, so now from a job security perspective. So I completed my studies. I'm taking your example, okay? You complete your studies. You get an 18 months post-study job seeker visa, which is a higher category of visa compared to a job seeker visa. Anybody knows about job seeker visa of Germany? Anybody has done any research? Idea? No? So there are few ways in which I can go to Germany. One is student, right? Second is healthcare, nursing, Ausbildung, all that. Okay, there is a third way. I can actually go to look for a job in Germany. Now, if I go with zero level of language, obviously I will not get a job, right? And that job seeker visa is only for a 6 months duration. So in that 6 months, you might not get a job, but after study, if you stay back, then you have 18 months to explore that. Now, in those 18 months, you don't need a blocked bank account. That's very, very flexible for German government. You don't have to show money. If you have a temporary job, which is 15 hours, 20 hours, no problem. As long as you can survive, you can sustain, German government doesn't have a problem. Now, if you have worked after completing your studies, let's say you directly got a job. So your visa will get converted from previous study visa to a job visa, work visa. Okay. Now, in the work visa, simple calculation, because every one of us who wanted to go to Germany or want to go to Germany are looking to settle down in that country, have a PR or have a German passport, right? So when you go there, so in that, after you get a job, you work for 2 full years in a full-time job. When I say full-time is 40 hours per week. All right, 40 hours per week. Now, 40 hours per week, if I work continuously for 2 years, and let's say 3rd year, I decide to change my job. I join a startup. And after 2 months, startup has gone down and it fires me. Possible, right? I can lose a job, employer can fire me. What happens? The German government will give you your last drawn salary, 60% of your last drawn salary, sitting at home, while they will help you get a job in the market. Tell me which country does that? No country does that. Trust me. So they will pay you. So let's say you are earning 5,000 euros in your previous salary. You are going to get 60% of that salary every month. And they will also give you language coupons, Gutschein, they say, and they are going to give you some extra Ausbildung you can do in the country. They are going to take your CV. There will be a consultant who will sit with you free. All this is free. They will sit with you and help you build your CV. They will send you emails and these are the jobs. Why don't you apply for this? No country does this, guys. Trust me, no country does this. And Germany does this for people because they want to retain people. So this is really good. Okay, so job security is brilliant in that country. Absolutely a safe place to live. I have been living there as a woman. I will say this because we women especially want to be sure that we are in a safe part of the world. Definitely. You are going to leave your parents behind or leave your families behind. For me, I left my son behind. He waited for me for 3 years and then I brought him after 3 years because we had 2 years of Corona and there were no jobs, right? So, but yes, I was able to bring him. He has now completed his school and every day he thanks me for bringing him to Berlin because he's able to totally explore the whole market. It's safe place, safe. You can just cycle to your work. It's safe. No bus will come and hit you and go. No car will come and hit you and go. Or you are safe. 3 in the night. I have worked odd jobs when I was a student. I was lifting these big boxes in Amazon, like many of the laborers do here, right? So I did all that. You have to do it, but it doesn't matter. It's all good and they pay you well for it. Okay, but go for proper jobs. These are, it's ranked as 13th is in the happiness index. And of course, we have access to free higher education in Germany. So between Robin and me, what we are doing is we are also helping a lot of students get into public universities in Germany. There are 300 plus public universities in Germany where you need not study only in German. Okay, so there are almost 2,825 programs which are only English taught, purely taught in English. So that is also something you can do. But yes, if you go up to a B1 level, B2 level of the German language, then you can also study in German, totally for free, whether English or German. And we can help you with that. Okay. So this is a quick glance, important for all those of you who are looking for different industries for Ausbildung. You can take a screenshot or we will share the PPT with you guys. These are some of the industries. Start doing a little research about where is it that you really want to work and if this is something which interests you. Okay, so there are a lot of Ausbildungs available. Healthcare is of course expanding, but there are a lot of auto industry particularly is also looking at a lot of workers in different fields. this is some of the statistics I was talking about. So 30% of the German workforce is retiring in the next 10 years and 20% in the next 5 years. So you can imagine the number is very high. 1.5 lakh nurses are immediately required by 25. 25 is in 4 months, right? 2025. So if you know people, if you are interested, please apply. This is a good time to apply and we can help you with all of that. So these are 8% increase in vacancy rates. So that means there are regular wards of the hospital, general ward, outpatient department ward. There are parts of the hospital, right? Different departments. There's an 8% increase in vacancy. That means so many people are less now. It's gone up compared to last year. And in intensive care units, it's 15% increase in the shortage of workforce, labor, people. 1/3 of doctors in Germany are 55 years and above. So anybody aspiring to be a healthcare professional, a doctor, they badly need anesthetists. They really need physiotherapists. They really need nurses. They need, what else? Surgeons. They need many categories. Okay, we are tied up with certain hospitals. We don't have readily available big doctor jobs available. But if you have done your studies and you are interested, we can always explore that for you with our current employers. All right. Okay. These are some of the bottleneck professions. We have just listed it down. When I say bottleneck professions, if you apply for any of these categories, you will immediately be accepted into the German system. Yes, the whole process from here to Germany can range between 8 to 10 months, including your language training. If you are learning your language well, properly, guys, I really suggest you to do it faster. If you are looking at Ausbildung, summer category is starting in March, April, and winter category is going to be in September, October. So this September, October is over. And one more thing, this is important for me to tell you. Now, I will probably get few applications from you all and say, we are ready, we want to get started and we want to do it in summer. But when the time comes that because what we will do, okay, Robin and I, we are going to immediately introduce you to the German employer who is going to do an interview for you. Okay, if you are B1 certified, he will do an interview for you and then make a conditional offer letter. Conditional offer letter saying that, okay, if you have completed B1, then you will get a full offer letter. If you are pursuing B1, then you will get a conditional offer letter. Okay, so in conditional offer letter means that there is a condition to be fulfilled, that you need to complete your German language training. All right. Now, if you 3 months before the date that they will do an interview, or 1 month before or 2 weeks before, you say that we are not interested anymore, we will have a problem with that, guys, because the shortage is so acute right now. We cannot take anybody for an interview who's not interested. So don't waste our time and don't waste your time. Okay, talk to us only if you're really keen, because we will not process. I will not process your application. I have faced this with many people who came as students and all that. So be very, very sure that you're keen to take up your career in Germany into any of these professions. We have many of these available in Ausbildung category as well. But be sincere. I mean, be sincere for the cause. And Germany also wants that. So what do we do? Okay, Workpunkt. We have access to 60 plus private universities in Germany. If you are looking to study in Germany, across these private universities, we can get you admissions. When I say private university, that means you are paying for your programs. Okay, these are paid programs. There are different categories available. But yes, I can only say that because I was working with universities for the last 5 years and now I have set up my company. Please reach out to us. I will be happy to advise you. It doesn't matter how you come to Germany. We would love to guide you correctly. We don't want you to be cheated like happened with my colleague here.
Or yes. Like private university only when you have marks lower than 75. Yes. Otherwise, aim for only public.
Yeah.
I strongly recommend. Quality of education is very good. Government is giving you a equivalent subsidy to 18,000 euros per year to the university to study for your education. So definitely the quality of education is way too good. Even the professor who are coming to teach you, any public university you go search their name, they will be having 200 research papers on their name. Yeah. In India, it won't happen until unless they are from IITs.
Yes.
So that is the difference. Quality of education is really nice. And if you have above 75%, I will strongly ask everyone to go and study in like masters. Or when it comes to doing bachelor also, like there are fewer university. There are like around 250 courses only taught in English. But like if you do German B1, then you can go to study for free also. But like bachelors, I do not recommend. I recommend for the masters only.
Yeah.
But anyone who has done bachelors in regardless of the any stream, Germany is allow any numbers of gap, any number of backlogs. You can still study in a public university.
And you can be, I was 39 years of age when I went for my master's in 2019. That was like my 4th master's, but that was the reason to enter Germany, because I thought it's a great opportunity to just figure out what is it I want. I didn't want to hurry up my whole journey in Germany. So that 1 year I became a student all over again, and I really learned a lot. It was a great learning experience. We also have access to public universities. So 300 plus public universities are there across Germany in different categories. Some are called Hochschule, some are called University of Applied Sciences. There are different categories available. We will guide you with it if you are looking for public university admissions. Also, for all of you to know, anybody who does an Ausbildung in any of the healthcare or for any of the Ausbildung, after you complete the Ausbildung, you say that, you know what, I want to study a little more. You can get enrolled into a bachelor's program. Many of the employers that we work with are also universities. So they are big healthcare providers. So if you say, after completing my Ausbildung in physiotherapy, I want to now really study BSc physiotherapy, I want to go deeper into the subject, they will give you that opportunity to study in their university soon after. Yeah, so there is option. One of the employers for nursing that we are working with, if any one of you, anyone here interested for becoming a nurse here? Anyone? You have? Good. So if you decide to come as a nurse directly, okay? So let's say you have completed BSc nursing, and so that employer can actually make you a teacher as well. So because you have tried 2-3 years in nursing and you say, okay, this is a very tough job for me, they will allow you to become teachers and train other nurses. So that's also a possibility. So you could be a teacher for therapy, you could be a teacher for nursing as well. So that's one thing. And of course, we have jobs available. So within the jobs category, I will share that with you. I was thinking that's the next slide, but yes, these are the few of the things that we do. We will help you all the way from here until you land in Germany safely in a good accommodation. We will take care of all of that. Okay, so it is something I personally do because he also faced a scamming. I personally, having been there in Germany, I know when Indians are coming, they want to talk to multiple people. We have a habit. We will keep talking to multiple people. What do you think? And the best part is nobody will say no for an advice. Everybody will give you an advice, whether it is right or wrong. If as simple, if I say, okay, I want to go to the main road, how should I go? You will not say, I really don't know. Why don't you ask somebody? We don't say that. Indians want to help. So we will say, go straight, go left, go right. Confidently also we will say. So this is a problem. Many of you will end up asking advice from people. Guys, personal advice from somebody who has been in Germany, suffered, enjoyed, struggled, enjoyed the challenges. And today I feel like a winner right now. But still, we have just started it's a new challenge in our thing to help, Germany with healthcare workers. So yes, the point I'm trying to make to you is don't ask too many people, look for experts. If you don't trust us, if you don't trust somebody, reach out to experts who are on LinkedIn. You can do that. You can connect with people who are on LinkedIn, who are already in the profession. Ask them what is it? What does it take to be in Germany? How can I be successful? All that. Okay. These are few of the Ausbildungs we have. We have hospitality, mechatronics, like we said, logistics. When we say logistics, we are looking at many things within the supply chain and all that. We have food processing. Within food processing, we have food technology, food processing, so many.
Working, everything comes.
Yes. When also I have to quote this example, okay, without there are many times. So when we say food processing, you could be dealing with non-veg, okay? You could, whoever is going into food processing, not for everybody's consumption.
Yeah.
Many could
Last
be
week only,
here. Please don't be shocked. Oh, I was not aware of this. I cannot touch non-veg. My religion doesn't allow me. No. If it is, then you should know. Like I'm a Brahmin, okay? So when I went to hotel industry, we had to eat everything and we had to cook everything, unfortunately. So I knew one thing in my head, okay, all my rules of the game have to be left in the house. When I'm in the house, I behave myself. But when I'm on the job, I need to learn. Okay, so you also have to make up your mind. If you are, if you are going to deal with non-vegetarian, you could be dealing with all types of meat, which you have never heard of also. Okay, because that's a Western world. They eat everything. So,
last week only, ma'am, one incident happened. Like there was a student named Atik. He was from Kerala and we sent him to Germany last intake in food processing. So that particular company is mainly a butcher company. Okay. And he is a Muslim. He is okay with cutting, like not cutting. He was not supposed to be in the cutting section, just in the inspection and like kind of that one. Now he does not want to go into the pork section particularly. And in the factory, you have the shift. Everyone has to follow their shift. So that was a big chaos and like a problem. Then we speak with their parents. They are also not ready. And everything was mentioned in the contract because they have studied up to B2 level. The guy has done. So he is able to read and everything. But from India, yeah, I just want to go. The salary is good. They went there. Now, from 1 week, we are struggling. Now we have again transferred to another factory. But it is not a solution. So whenever it is very important, Germans will give you your roles and responsibility, and you have to do those things. They will not ask you to do something else like Qatar and any other country. But you have to read the fine prints very carefully. Okay. When it comes to nursing, sometimes you have to clean old people also.
Yes.
Because initially you will be working as an assistant. So that is the thing. When you are going in IT, half of the time you will be changing LAN wires also.
Yeah, you could be doing, see, you have to learn from ground zero, right? How will you become a manager if you don't know what if somebody will report to you tomorrow, you should know the guy is doing his job or not, right? How will you know the job is right or wrong, done right or wrong, right? So yes, we have to learn everything. These are the few of the things that we have within Ausbildung category. We have, I'm sorry, I think you cannot see the color. So I will just read it out. Ausbildung, we have nursing, physiotherapy, occupational therapy, and also paramedics. Okay. We also have Ausbildung in speech therapy. Okay. If there is anybody aspiring to go up to C1 level of the German language, then you could also apply for speech therapy for Ausbildung in Germany, and you might get paid really well for that. Then we have hospitality and food processing, which is the second one. I don't think you guys can see it at all. So, okay, that is hospitality is like in hotels, food processing, like Robin just said, one big example. So you would be dealing with, have something, go have a glass of water. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, give him.
Give it.
We also have mechatronics. Okay, so mechatronics, anybody who doesn't know, who's interested will know what is mechatronics. And we also have logistics. So within logistics, there are supply chain, so many other parts. And then jobs category, we have nursing jobs immediately available. We also have physiotherapist jobs available, and we also have occupational therapist jobs available. I have not mentioned speech therapist because it requires very high level of the German language. If you have that, great, you are most welcome to apply. Okay, so, and we can also help you with universities. And guys, we both have been in Germany. I am in Germany. The best part about our team here is that we have a full-blown team here in India, and we have a good team back home in Germany as well. So we have people on both the sides. You don't have to ever feel that you are dealing with somebody fake, wrong, cheaters, all that. We will make sure we handhold you, guide you, and we will help you with everything. Not only accommodation, but even after you land there, maybe to get an Anmeldung for you, which is, registration of your apartment, and then your visa, because when you go from here, your visa could be for a limited time. Then that visa needs an extension when you get there, because German government usually gives a visa, initial visa for 3 months or 6 months. When you land there, then there is an extension required. So you could get a 1 year, 3 year, depending on what you're going to study or work. But if you are going for Ausbildung or a job, both of them are job visas. So Arbeitsvertrag is what you are going to get, right? And then with that, you are going to apply for a straight work visa, okay, with an Ausbildung as well. These are some of the things that we require for the eligibility of your Ausbildung. This is specifically for Ausbildung. We need all these things. Aadhaar card and PAN card is only for our Indian documentation purposes, because when we collect any kind of a fees from you for this, there is a fees involved. We will talk to you about the fees. We have purposely not written the fees today here, okay? But let me say it like this for you guys. We will not kill you with the fees, okay? Most of the fees is also something we are paying to somebody local in Germany as well, so that he can help you with the visa requirements, finding an accommodation for you and everything. And also before you go from here, so arranging your visa, arranging everything before you go, the whole documentation also requires us to take care of the funding. So these are the things we require, and you guys can reach out to, if you have a question about the fees, you can, of course, do you want to talk about the fees?
No, fees
No.
will get
better that you reach out to us if you are interested, and we will talk to you about it. And if you cannot afford a fees immediately, we can also help you with banks. We have partnerships with banks in India who can help you with an EMI option, loan option, okay? So banks would not work with us if we will be cheating you, okay? So don't worry, we will take care of your needs. This is a little about the nursing jobs. We have different categories of hospitals and healthcare companies available with us. So some of them are small. Some of you, if you are looking for nursing in elder care, that is a very, very big requirement, guys. So for people who are looking for nursing in Germany, elder care is you really need to have a heart, okay, to help somebody who's old, who will not speak your language. You have to speak their language and make them comfortable in their own homes, okay? So you have to really have a lot of empathy, a lot of passion to do this, because elder people can be kids, right? So they are also old, and you might be helping them, get up from their wheelchair, put them on the bed, even that, and everything else. And it could be anything. So yes, we don't want you to be shocked later. One thing I want to tell you importantly, so we have written something called Anpassungslehrgang, right? So what is this? So there are two ways in which your education can be recognized in Germany. If I have completed BSc nursing in India and I am a certified professional, which is certified nurse in India, I go to Germany, okay? First few months, they are going to put me as a trainee nurse, okay, to see if I understand, can I speak German? They are going to check my German skills. Even though they have done an interview in German, they might want to see, maybe on ground in Germany, I'm nervous, I'm not able to speak. So what they will do, they will put me into some German language training in person, and I will do that language training a little more so I can understand this, okay, better. During that time, so after those 6 months, so within 6 to 9 months time, you need to do a test called Kenntnisseprüfung, okay, which is mentioned here. You can see, right? So this is your knowledge test. And there is also something called FSP, Feststellungsprüfung. That is also something you need to do. These are two tests. Now, if you work with, like, let's say you apply for a nursing job with us directly at Workpunkt, what we do is we have a particular employer, which is interesting. They also have universities which is part of their portfolio. They are like 11 large like setups they have within the company, where 6 are big universities, Hochschulen, okay? And then others are practice centers. So you could be, what they do is, when we apply for Anerkennung, anybody knows Anerkennung process here? For nurses or, okay, so Anerkennung is, I studied BSc nursing in India, okay? Now I'm recognized nurse in India. Now I have to go to Germany and become a nurse. Now Germany has its own standards, to check whether you can do the nursing job or not. So they will do a test for me, okay? Now before they do a test for me, I have to give my Indian documents for the Anerkennung process, okay? And what they will do is, it's called in English, statement of comparability. So Germany requires 8 modules in your BSc nursing. Maybe you have only done 6 modules. So Germany will say, okay, 2 are deficit. So they will create a whole certificate called deficit report. Okay. Now, deficit report is going to tell us, okay, you need so many hours of more training and so many hours of classroom learning and so many hours of practical learning, okay, which could be 200 hours, 400 hours, 600 hours, depending on what is the deficit. Usually it can be between 200 to 400 hours, okay. Now that can range between 2 months to 6 months of training. Now, one of our employers, if you do that 6 months of training as a nurse, then you don't need to do the Kenntnisse Prüfung. You don't have to do the test because you completed the deficiency by studying with them. So they can approve, which is great, right? You get a straight entry and you can be a qualified nurse in Germany through that. So we have that option, not only for nurses, but for physiotherapists as well as occupational therapists. We have that option. Okay, so this is where these are few of the key tasks for, what is that? Is that on? So patient care, pediatric nursing, which is taking care of children, elderly care is taking care of elder children, right? And you have to also take care of patients, so which is in the hospital. And elderly care can be in the hospital. It can also be in a elderly care home. That means older people who are living in these big homes. If you are a physiotherapist, you could be visiting these Altenheims, they call it, right? Old age homes. You could be going and doing a physiotherapy session for them in the Altenheim. Okay, so this is particularly for nursing. So we are telling you about this age between 20 to 35. Trust me, guys, you apply as a nurse in any other part of the world, you cannot be older than 25. They will not accept you. Germany accepts you. If you are older, sometimes they might accept you if you are coming with experience. In fact, one of the people we are placing now, she has 10 years of experience as a physiotherapist. She's nearing 40. She's like 39 something, and they are taking her. They have already hired her. So that's also happening. Okay, so you might have, if I'm boring people who are not looking for nursing, apologies, but this is important, so I'm sharing.
Online, yeah.
Yes. All right. So what are the perks of this opportunity? Now, if I do a comparison between what you will earn in India vis-a-vis what you are going to earn in Germany, BSc nursing, certified nurse in India would earn anything between 10 to 25,000 rupees per month. Okay. A BSc certified nurse in Germany straight away starts at 3,200 euros per month as a salary. And if you have any experience, with every year going by, you can go all the way up to 4,800 euros. Now, your career doesn't stop there. For people to know, this is not just nursing, this is also for physiotherapists. Physiotherapists get paid a little lesser because they have not put a amount that, okay, this much has to be paid to physiotherapists. So they negotiate, but still 2,800 euros as a gross salary can come to you as a physiotherapist if you are interested. Okay, so, and usually most of the professions, because that is the basic salary in Germany, 13 euros something per hour. So if you do a calculation, if you do 40 hours per week, you will be earning a gross salary of 3,200 euros per month. Trust me, guys, it's a really good salary. Yeah, it's really good. You can easily, if you are alone, single, you don't have kids, you don't have, in fact, for kids, the German government will take care of that as well. If you have a child, any one of you who has children here, I don't know, but you can get paid up to 250 euros per child by the state to take care of the child. So child is not a liability actually on you. And if you have a professional recognition, so in the first 6 months, you could be paid 2,500 per month. As soon as you become a recognized nurse, recognized physiotherapist, your salary goes up instantly. So they have to give you that. They will get you visa and all this. Whoever is looking for nurses, I think somebody sitting next to you was looking for nurses. So you can get a visa for spouse and everything. All of this processing can happen within a month or 2 months maximum. Okay, so you can actually dream of having a career in Germany. Same is for Ausbildung, right? So even for Ausbildung, we can do the whole application process within, if you have completed your B2, then we can do the whole process in.
Today also interview is there.
Yeah, in few days. Yes. So when do you get your PR? Germany, straightforward, simple. Because if you are who all are looking for permanent residency in Germany? Good. I will show you how the card looks like also. Okay. So what happens? You do 2 years of working. You finish working. Immediately after 2 years, you can apply for PR. You will get your PR in 6 to 8 months of the application, because that is a wait time for a meeting. You go and meet them. When you meet during the PR, you have to only speak in German that time. They look at B1 level of certification, and then there is a orientations program. Who all know about it? Orientierungskurs. Anybody? So that is a small 100-hour course that you can also do it when you come to Germany. It covers history, politics, and culture. So these are the 3 topics it covers. It will tell you everything about Germany. If you have done that, it's called Lebens in Deutschland. Okay. So if you do that certificate plus the first level of your German, which is B1 certificate, if you do both, you are immediately eligible for PR after 2 years of working in Germany. Okay. If you complete 5 years in Germany, now you have a PR, you completed 2 years, you applied for PR, you got your PR, let's say after 8 months of having applied for that. So you got your 2 year, 8 months, you have a PR now. If you complete 5 years of living in Germany, you can immediately apply for citizenship. Okay, 5 years. Earlier it was 8 years, guys. Berlin was 8 years, other states was 10 years. Now they have brought the whole number down to 5 years. Imagine 5 years. If you come for Ausbildung, 3 years of Ausbildung, and then you decide to take up a career in Germany, you can actually be a citizen within 5 years of being there. If you become a citizen of Germany, do you know what are the advantages? The biggest advantages? Red passport, of course. And what does red passport do for you? How many? Very good. Yes, 192 countries. You can literally, this is my dream actually. This is to go at the airport. You see so many flights taking off. You can actually choose which one you want to sit on and go, because your passport will allow you. You can go without a visa. Imagine, so nice it's going to be, right? Other than the 28 Schengen countries, which you can anyways go to through Germany. So yes, you get this. All the healthcare professionals, everybody who's in Germany gets to also enjoy pension in Germany. I don't think we have pension anymore here, right?
No, it is not.
Not so much. Government jobs in India are also very choosy about the pension. But yes, Germany, everybody gets a pension. Everybody has a health insurance. Whichever profession you are on, Germany is one of the few countries where 100% population is insured. Okay, completely. So when we say they are insured, means I have personally also experienced the ambulance. I was unwell once upon a time, 3 years ago. So from the ambulance to my care at the hospital, I cannot tell you what a journey it was. All I had to do was just show my AOK insurance card, right? I just showed this, and after that, I could just go back to sleep, and they took care of me. And I'm telling you guys, it is an amazing country. It will really take care of you. Marne nahi denge tumhe. Ye baat pakki hai. And yes, if you go as an Ausbildung candidate, you don't have to have a block bank account. So you will technically get paid for living there and for enjoying Germany. You pay, they pay you. This is what we do for you. We will do the complete documentation for you from here all the way to your home countries, to Germany. Okay, from here till there. We will do everything pre-placement. So I will tell you the little process. If anybody is applying for Ausbildungs or anybody is applying for job, the process is going to be, first you are going to give us all your documents which we require. Okay, you can reach out to the student support team here in Language Pantheon. They know it. How's the process? We will do an interview for you. First round of interview would be with me and Robin. We want to see you are really sincere. If you're not sincere, I will reject you personally. Okay, I might be very friendly, but I'm very strict when it comes to choosing the right people, because we don't want to cheat the employers there, guys. Okay, these are genuine employers, people whom we have worked with, and they are looking for sincere people who want to make a career in Germany and help the country there. Okay, so we will do a first interview for you, that we will do a screening round. If we feel yes, you are good to go, then all your documents will be submitted to the German employer, who is going to then schedule an interview for you. Okay, then your round of interview, your first round of interview need not be in German. We can also help you if you say, you know, ma'am, I have only completed A2. So no problem. We will do an English interview for you. We will give you time to prepare. Okay. You can go back and prepare and say, okay, I want to look for summer intake. I'm in B1, enrolled in B1. I have completed 3 months of B1. I have B1.2 to be completed. No problem. You can go ahead and we will give you a conditional offer letter. For people who have completed B1 already, you will still get a conditional offer letter because many of the Ausbildungs, they need you to have a B2 level of German. Because you will be talking to really, really old people who do not understand a word of English. Okay, so you will be talking to them in German only. Good for your practice also. Expression will become better. And we also have, so once you reach Germany, if you are still struggling with the language, of course, your language training can be with Language Pantheon online. You could be doing that. Sometimes some of the employers that we are working with will also give you extended in-person training, which is for free. Okay, you will get that. We can give you, help you with your loans, 100% loans we can get for you if you are for application for Ausbildung. And we will also try to do some kind of a cultural immersion training. Even our employers do it. So they are going to help you settle down in Germany. Okay, so we know it's important that when you're coming to a far off country, what are the things you need? So something like, your morning chai and you don't know where you get that black tea. I struggle with that. Then I found places where I could find that tea. And then, so we have helped many students with many things. They could be small things that you really, really need and you don't know where to find. We will handhold you all the way till you settle down in that country. Yeah. This is the process. Robin, you want to talk about it? Yeah.
We have done.
Yeah. So we will start with as little as 10,000, which is a required deposit. The Ausbildung amount is definitely higher because we have to also pay to some people in Germany who are going to do the whole, it's called a Vermittler. He's a guy who's a local guy who will help you find an accommodation, this, that, everything. We have to pay those guys. So there will be a cost involved. Anyone interested in an Ausbildung or a nurse, for nurses, straightforward, you will spend around 1.5 lakh rupees. And that 1.5 lakh rupees will come back to you, refunded back to you. So there is no fees for nurses. Okay. For Ausbildung, there is a fees involved for sure. And we will reach out to us. I can tell you what are the details. You can reach out to us at this or the previous slide that I had shown you. And any one of you, if you're looking for any one of you looking to have a certificate of this session, we are happy to give you a certificate also for this. So I will just go up. Of course, you can reach out directly to Anuj sir and support team here in Language Pantheon. And if you have an interest in Ausbildung, feel free to reach out. Please make sure you are writing that you are coming from Language Pantheon and you have been referred by Language Pantheon. So I remember, okay, that we have had a session. Do you have any questions? I know fees is a very big question in your mind. I can see the dollars, but anything else other than that? Business administration, I'm not sure. Do we have business administration?
Yeah, it comes, but in a very small number. So like retail sales, yeah, we have a lot of.
Sorry?
Yeah, retail and sales we get much frequently. Yeah.
Sorry, okay.
What is your background?
Arts with economics. Arts with economics.
Okay, and what do you want to do? You want to go into sales or like which field? What is your age? 18. You can go into sales particularly.
What is the level of language you have right now?
A2 after B1, but like in sales you need
to
get
B2.
B2 is required.
Yes, for sure. Minimum actually. So Ausbildung B2 is mandatory, guys. Okay, just for you to know why it is good. Like if I say B1 no, then you say हाँ B1 में हो जाएगा काम. नहीं होगा काम. Please, ठीक है, वहाँ पे नहीं survive कर सकते हो. You have to talk to. Sometimes workers are very particular. IT. What in IT? What field? Any?
See, in IT, I strongly recommend to go to do a bachelor first. Okay. Because IT may, if you are not into the programming part, then you are into like just hardware replacement and those parts. So that is not a good career. So rather than Ausbildung, I will recommend you to go for a bachelor's in some, if you for bachelor's, even with 65%, you can get into public university.
So if you take training at any coaching schools,
About program?
related training area बाहर coaching.
नहीं, see, Ausbildung का देखो 3 condition होते हैं. Anyone can go do anything. Okay. Ausbildung has very basic 3 condition. Age should be less than 25. Minimum education should be 10th, and German level B1 is the visa requirement basically asked by the visa people. Okay. So Ausbildung is not something very technical. Until unless you have bachelor's, then only you can command a very good salary or something. It is moreover, it will be a job of laborer's job. This is the harsh reality. No one will tell you. So at very young age, you should not think about, if you are financially weak, then I will recommend to go for the Ausbildung such program. But if you are financially capable, I strongly recommend to go for the normal study path, because there the growth is very high. In Ausbildung, you will get a good salary after finishing your course, but that salary will be stagnant for a long time until both
Easy
are
to कुछ भी नहीं है.
easy.
कुछ
Both
भी
are
नहीं है
easy.
life में easy.
Hard.
Nothing comes for free. Nothing is easy. Really.
No, both is easy. Both are hard. It depends on you. What you
So
want to do.
I look at Ausbildung in a different way.
Uh.
Okay. I feel if I'm a boss today, I should know what has to happen on ground. When I learn something from on ground and build my skills up. So when 3 years here now, it's only 3 years of Ausbildung, but I will learn real on ground job. But the best way in your career, whichever part of the world you are in, Germany, India, UK, anywhere, okay, is to keep upgrading your skills every day. Every day you have to become the better version of yourself. That the only thing which has to keep changing and moving is this here. That's it. And that will decide how much salary you are going to get. If you do Ausbildung, it's a laborer's job, you will feel, oh, I'm telling you, I lifted heavy boxes in Amazon. Trust me. But I did it with all my heart. I said, if I don't know this today, if tomorrow Amazon is going to be my employer, I should know what to tell people to do and how to do it.
I will give you an example of a student. He went to Burger King. Okay. So initially he was kept into cutting onions and other things. Okay. Onion, tomatoes, these things. After 3 months,
Shopping.
he will be promoted to go to the kitchen, how things are working and everything. Then afterwards, he will be promoted to take orders. Okay. Then he will be promoted to make the employee schedules. Okay. But once he finished the 3-year program, there is a very high chance that within 1 to 2 years, he will become a manager. And manager salary will be at least 54,000 euros, 55,000 euros.
Yeah.
That is what our employers at Burger King are paying.
Also, I think one of the important things about Germany is that they really value skill. They don't care what degree you have. They don't care which big university you studied in, Harvard, MIT. They don't care. They are very straightforward people and they are no nonsense. Okay. You say, yeah, I can speak B2 and somehow you pass through an interview, you go on the job and you don't speak a word, they will not tolerate it. They will put you in the classes, go learn German and then come back. Straightforward. So if it's Ausbildung, you learn Ausbildung, and through Ausbildung, you really, if you are a nurse, Ausbildung for nurse, you will learn how to give an injection, for example. You cannot go wrong in that, right? It's a skill. You need to have it. We all cannot just go and give an injection to someone. You have to learn it. So if you learn that correctly, Germans will value you for that. And then you have B2 level of German already. You can only see yourself going up. But just the way it is in India, if you have done your 12th, you got into a part-time job, you will not grow in that job till you don't do a bachelor's category, right? If you do bachelor's, then you are up to certain years, okay, you are happy, you are growing a little. But the big jump you are going to get with another education. And that's what you need to keep doing. Keep educating yourself every day. IT, every day you need to educate. You cannot be happy with last year's learnings. Everything is new today, right? So it's the same with any industry, guys. The only person who is work in progress is you. not the country, not the rules, nothing. If you have to fit into another country and be accepted, trust me, you will be accepted if you are ready to put in a little hard work. It's not easy at all. Any other questions you have?
I have to ask you, like, data science and master data science. I just completed BSc.
Hmm.
So like I want to just ask you that suggestion. I want to pursue master for like work visa.
So your was a 3-year course,
Yeah.
and like how many years of work experience do you have?
So as a year, I did internship with one.
So see, like if you want to apply for work visa, the visa requirement is you need to have a 3 years of work experience.
Yeah.
Okay, same with me. That time I was having only 1.5 year. So the only way is to apply for a master program. What was your just like a BSc percentage mark? And then you are eligible for public university. Only the difference is normally German education system requires 16 years of education and yours is 15. After 12 you did 3 years. So there will be 1 year deficit. They will ask you with the condition that you do 6 months of internship
Extra.
in Germany or you study 1 semester extra. So I can help you out to get into a very similar course what I
Yeah.
studied.
Very good.
Very similar to me. That will be additional help actually.
That will be good.
So we'll get in touch about that, and I strongly recommend to go to a public university.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, even if you are in masters in Germany, whatever masters you have done, you must do some internship to keep going forward. Sometimes the places where you do an internship, they will take you on the job also directly after your master's.
Same like
So-
me. I started at Volkswagen as an intern.
Yeah.
Then I just progressed to like become the employee kind of
Yeah.
this way. That is the best way.
And I can do after my complete Ausbildung and I'm applying bachelor's.
Yeah. They encourage you to do that.
They encourage
They
you.
can encourage you.
There is also a 1-year masters in Ausbildung course
Yes.
is also there. Masters in Ausbildung. Yeah. See, Ausbildung is a very practical oriented study
Yeah.
path, and technical education generally in Germany people prefer who are not very keen of theoretical studies. They go for Ausbildung program. Okay.
Then I can do master's in Ausbildung.
Yes. Rather than I recommend sometimes for the medical
Distance
professions.
learning also they can do. They can complete a bachelor's in distance learning. If you think Ausbildung is not your final goal, okay, this is possible, right? So you can do an Ausbildung in person in Germany and do an online course anywhere in the world in a bachelor's program. So when you complete your Ausbildung, you also have a bachelor's stamp on you that, okay, I've completed my bachelor's as well. Online programs are not so difficult. But Ausbildung is the
advantage with Ausbildung is job is guaranteed.
Job is guaranteed with Ausbildung, and you will get
99%.
Yes.
The same employer will
Yes.
always grasp it because you know everything about the
Yes.
company.
Yes.
So they will 100%
Ausbildung, I
give the
feel, is
job.
a very good starter for somebody who has just completed grade 12. It's
About companies that hire in Ausbildung.
How? So I will tell you the very simple process how it happens. First, you finish your language. B1, all modules is required. If you have B2, then minimum 2 modules is required for the visa applications. Okay. Once you have that, then there will be a pre-check by us that your language is really fluent. Then you will be presented towards the Schule who is going to teach you. Okay. She will be or he will be taking the interview and giving us the feedback that whether you are up to the mark or not, German standard, what they call. Okay. Then they will also guide you for the employer round. There will be 2 rounds. One is Schule round and one is the employer round. And their teachers will also guide you to train to become like kind of. Once you clear both the interview, then within 4 to 6 weeks from the Arbeitgeber department, you will get the work permit. It will be a pre-approved visas. So there is no visa rejection in case of Ausbildung. Okay. So once you get that, then in that contract, everything will be mentioned. What will be your overtime? What will be your work? Where is the location? And we will, in the meanwhile, we will arrange your accommodation, your airport pickup, everything. Okay. Once you reach there, you will be taken for a 15 days of culture immersion where they will be teaching you how things work in Germany, how train works and everything they will teach you. And then after 15 or 30 days of training, then your real work will start. 2 months of theory, 2 months of practical, 2 months of theory, 2 months of practical. So that is how it works. But your stipend will be clearly coming to every month in the end. And once you finish the program, then 99% I've never seen like anyone not getting that job. But like you can directly proceed with the full-time job over there, or afterwards you can go for a master in Ausbildung. It is a 1-year course in the same Schule only they will provide you. Then your salary will increase around 20-25% additionally if you do the masters kind of. Masters in Ausbildung also, but it depends on the Schule, and that is a very later
But if
part.
you do a good job in your Ausbildung, your employer will definitely recognize you. See, there's not so much of competition. He said how many people were there in that small town, right? So people are very less. If you do a good job, you will stand out with your skills.
Yeah.
And try to do that, please.
During the Ausbildung, you are allowed to do 15 hours of extra part-time jobs also. Okay.
Which is good.
Yeah. Other than your, yeah. So you will be able to make another 800 euros.
Easy.
So monthly salary can be between 1800 to 2000 euros, which comes to around 1.5 to 2 lakhs.
And Germany is full of opportunities. If you don't have, let's say you are doing Ausbildung, you want to earn a little more, you are hungry for more, okay, no problem. You could take up projects like you are doing an online IT guy, website development for somebody. Somebody will just pay you $1,000 and you can do it for them. Everything gets paid in that country. It's not free. Nothing is free. Nothing is helping each other. No. If you... Kya paperwork?
Yes.
Okay. Difference between paperwork of Germany and India. Okay. Paperwork is heavy there. Paperwork is heavy here. Paperwork will take its own time in Germany, but it will be done. Guaranteed. You apply for PR, they will 100% come back to you, whether it is 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months. There's no paying people to do the job. यहाँ पे अटक सकती है आपकी फाइल, right? वहाँ नहीं होगी. 100% you will get it. You apply for something. That's the best part about that country. Tell me, where is paperwork less? If you just go to US and do the paperwork of applying for a university in US, you need IELTS, you need TOEFL, you need GMAT, GRE, SAT. Paperwork. The point is, I know it is overwhelming. Even for me, sometimes it is overwhelming. But it's one step at a time, right? You cannot do it all any case. So do one step at a time. Pick up. There are things everywhere. They have checklists given. So let's say you have to apply for your visa to come to Germany. There's a whole checklist. You do that paperwork. And that is in every country. यहाँ पे paperwork कभी पता नहीं चला ना, mom dad कर रहे थे अब तक. खुद करोगे तो पता चलेगा. क्या job का paperwork होता है? Job application का?
There like see, कोई भी whenever you move to a developed economy ना, वहाँ पे system set है हर चीजों के.
Yes.
Unlike India, जहाँ पे अभी system evolve हो रहा है. We are building the system for first time. अभी paperwork वहाँ पे ज़्यादा इसीलिए होता है because once they hire you, they cannot fire you. Once someone is hiring you, they need to show lot of documents to the government that we are a proper company. Just for example, I will tell you, if you want to start a company in India, if you want to start a LLP, you can get it registered in just 6 months.
2 days.
6 days. Yeah. But if you want to register a company in Germany, you have to provide a bank deposit of 30 lakh rupees first. So the system is built so that no one can cheat the system and everything is followed.
And system is built to protect you. That's the best part.
Everything has rule.
Nobody will be cheated there. An average person on ground doesn't get cheated. That's for sure. System is for you.
Very bad incident, I will tell you. What happened, like I got a letter, okay, and I vacated the home. The letter came and someone who came, he just like tear it off and throw in the dustbin. Okay, there was name mentioned in my okay, this is the guy. That guy threw in the wrong dustbin. Wet के जगह पे उसने सूखे में मतलब सूखे के जगह पे wet में डाल दिया. Okay, अब वो कचरा की कंपनी आई, उसने उठाया, उसने देखा और मेरे नाम से चेक करके मेरे को फाइन भेजा 450 यूरो का कि जो आपने लेटर भेजा था उसके कारण हमने जो पूरा डस्टबिन जो ट्रक होता है उसमें मिक्स किया, हमने एक मैन पावर लगा करके सारा कचरा चेक किया कि और कोई आपका सेफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स है कि नहीं.
You are not allowed to, like in Germany, if you have a letter with your name and any contact detail, you have to totally crush it. Jala do, kaat do. You cannot throw it like this. They will fine you, like happened.
तो
Yeah.
उन्होंने भी बड़ा पेपर वर्क मेरे को भेजा लेकिन एक सिस्टम है जो कि फॉलो
Yes.
करना चाहिए. तो
Absolutely.
दैट इज समटाइम्स इट बिकम्स अ नेगेटिव. यहाँ पे मेरे लिए नेगेटिव ही बना, लेकिन उसके कारण ही लोग कचरा नहीं फेंक रहे. आज इंडिया में रूल नहीं है, इसीलिए सब लोग कहीं पे कुछ भी मिक्स कर देते हैं. सो दैट इज द डिफरेंस. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन गाइस? डन?
That's
Anyway,
it from our side. We will
हाँ.
give you all the transparently, we will share